Hello there, and welcome to my second review of LEGO Star Wars sets. Here we've got the TIE Bomber, set number 75347. It's got 625 pieces, and it's currently going for about $64.99. And we're going to go over it. Now, let's put the build aside for a second and go over the minifigures. So, first and foremost, we've, of course, got TIE Pilot. Nothing really special about him. He's your generic average TIE Pilot. There's his face. He's not too happy about something. His accessory is a pistol. And one thing I will say about this goes for pretty much all TIE Pilots, I think. I despise this at the back of the helmet. This weird gap. You can see the flesh-toned head at the back of the helmet here. For some reason, they've never fixed this. They've never... It just looks so weird. It stands out so much, and I don't like that. But that's not a problem with this guy specifically. That's a problem with, like, every prior incarnation of the TIE Pilot, except for some very early ones. So, it's not exclusive to this guy. But next up, we have Vice Admiral Sloane. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember her or where she's from, but she exists, and here she is, coming with a pistol. No leg or arm printing, which is fine, I guess. She's got her nice officer uniform on, and yeah, that's about it. But, of course, here he is, the one and only Darth Vader with his red lightsaber. He's got arm printing. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? Oh, it is, isn't it? His cape is a very nice texture. Very nice fabric. I like that. Got the New Age helmet, which I definitely prefer compared to the old one. Leg printing as well. Very good printing everywhere overall. Just a very good Darth Vader minifigure. There's really not much to go over with the figs, so let's go straight to the builds. This Gonk droid could qualify as a minifigure, I guess. I mean, on the box it shows him as, you know, being a character alongside the other figures, the TIE Bomber, Pilot, Vader, and Sloane. But I consider him a separate build in the set, rather than a character, you know? But he's awful nice. I kind of wish he didn't have the... Come on, camera, focus. I kind of wish he didn't have that Imperial logo on his side, so, you know, you could use him for anything outside of the Imperial era. If you want to make a stop motion using this Gonk droid, you gotta use it for the Empire, unfortunately, because they decided to put a logo on the side, even though they didn't really have to. But whatever, that's fine. I don't know when I'm gonna need a Gonk droid for a stop motion anytime soon. But apart from that one little logo, the rest of the build is... It's alright, it's decent. The front looks a little bit weird to me. I kind of miss the old microwave Gonk droid build. Or not microwave, I guess, oven Gonk droid build. Where they just literally took like an oven piece and slapped legs on it, and boom, there you go, there's your droid. But this guy's alright too. Now, next up we have a little speeder cart, I guess, to hold missiles, or in this case, bombs, which you'll see where they go in just a second. On the box art, it shows Sloane actually driving this thing. So let me put her on there for you. And there you have it. There is Sloane driving the cart. She can, you know, take these bombs to the TIE Bomber and fill it up, I guess. Load it up with extra bombs and it's ready to go. So let's get rid of the build now and let's go straight to the set itself. Alright, so here we have the TIE Bomber. I think there's only been one other TIE Bomber set. This is the second ever TIE Bomber LEGO has produced. Now, I love this thing, honestly. I think it's near perfect, especially visually. Visually, I gotta hand it to LEGO. They did a very good job with this build. It looks very nice, very sleek. I love it so much. You gotta give it to them. Let's go over the wings though really quick. Some gripes I have with it are, you see these little joints that they use for the wings? They're very smooth. That's nice when you want to move the wings around, but just for me, I don't really want the wings to move. There are other, I guess, pieces they could have used to, you know, hold the wings in place. I don't know what it's called, but the version of this piece right here that they snap into a certain position and, you know, you gotta push to get them to move, I want that. I was hoping that we would get that to have the wings in place. It's the same on both sides, but either way, it looks good. It's not really a big deal to me. It's a little tiny gripe that I have with the set overall. It's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It's just whatever. It is what it is, right? And of course, got the missile port, which doesn't shoot a missile, unfortunately. You've got the pilot seat where you can grab your, wow, I just dropped this, where you can grab your pilot and, you know, stick him inside of the cockpit, and boom, now he's inside. Wow, now he can drive your, or I guess fly your TIE bomber. How great is that? Now, I'm gonna be totally honest with you guys. I don't know what this thing is. I'm not too familiar with the TIE bomber. I know that they have this thing, at least I think they have it on the older build as well. I'm not sure what that is. I haven't looked it up. I'm probably gonna look it up right after I'm done filming this, because I'm curious about it. Why is it there? What is it for? What does it do? I mean, is it like a targeting system of some kind? Is it? I don't get it. I don't understand. But anyway, on the bottom here, you can see those little yellow flick fire missiles, the same ones that were in Sloane's little cart that she could drive around. And this is where they go. They go right here, right in there. So let's drop the bombs really quick as a demonstration, I guess, of the might and power of the Galactic Empire. Oh yeah. You drop those bombs, and the way you reload the fighter is by simply putting the flick fire missiles back in there. Now, it's not really that hard to do this, but I would prefer a more convenient way, like just in the older set, just pouring all the bombs inside of a cartridge, right? I would prefer that. But still, I do enjoy this set very much. I do think it's near perfect. I said near perfect. Of course, you've got, you know, stud shooters on the top. I mean, they're stud shooters, come on now. I mean, there you go, they shot studs. It's in the name. One other small issue I have with this set is the fact that I don't know where to really hold it. I mean, I could hold it here, you know, if you're flying it around or whatever, you could hold it here. Or you could hold on the wings, but I would not suggest holding onto the wings for that reason right there. See, it's not a very sturdy build on the wings. Can easily fall apart if you hold on to it. So don't hold on to the wings like I'm doing right now. Don't do that. Don't do what I just did. Instead, hold it from somewhere in the center, the back, the front. But there's no handle, or there's no like specific spot to just, you know, grab with your entire hand and, you know, fly the ship around. So that's a bit of a problem to me, because when you put your hand in a certain spot, if you're holding it and you're flying it around and you want to drop the bombs while you're flying, your other hand that you're holding it with can kind of get in the way, and then it's, you know. But I mean, it's not that big of a problem again, but still something I would like to have worked on if they ever make another model of the TIE Bomber. I would like a handle. I like the handles on sets, especially big sets. I understand why some smaller sets might not have those handles to carry from, but I do think they could still benefit from something. Especially oddly shaped sets, such as this one, right? Let's give this set overall a rating, just like in the last video. Is it worth the $64 price tag? I would say maybe, probably, just about. I feel like it could either have been a smidge bigger, or, you know, could have had like one or two of my little gripes fixed with it. But I'd say overall, yeah, it's worth the buy. It is. It's worth it. It's very good for, you know, collectors, obviously, who just want to display it on the shelf. It's very good for display. It looks very nice. And for, if you're looking to get it for, you know, a child or whatever, if you want them to play with it or something, it's very good for that too. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I was in my room, when I finished putting this set together, I was in my room, swooshing this thing around, dropping bombs for God knows how long. It was such a fun little feature. I love it so much. So I would absolutely recommend getting this for, you know, for play. Absolutely, 100%. Now, I would rate this about I'd say 9.5 out of 10. I give it it's not a 10 out of 10 because, again, I just have those little gripes with it that aren't that big of an issue, but they're still kind of there, right? I'm not saying the set is like bad or worse off because of it. I still think the set is amazing. It's great. But it's just those little things kind of bother me individually, right? I don't know if anybody else feels the same way that I do about these small nitpicks that I have, but just me personally, I have these small nitpicks, and it's, you know, that's it. It's just a 9.5 out of 10. Near perfect. Just for the Gonk Droid alone, honestly, the Gonk Droid by itself just makes the set worth so much more money than it actually is. So, yeah. Go ahead and grab yourself a TIE Bomber, please.